Welcome and good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Rotary meeting and Rotary Awards dinner to order. As we begin, we recognize that we are on the Robertson-Huron Treaty Territory and that the land upon which we're gathered is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabeg, specifically the Garden River First Nation, the Batchewana First Nation, and our brothers and sisters of the Métis people, Miigwech. I'd like to introduce Gigi Spirinello, who will be singing O Canada for us tonight. And tonight, Gigi is accompanied by Cora, collegiate legend music teacher, Deneen Williams. Welcome, Gigi. Please stand for O Canada. Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you very much, Gigi and Deneen. And they will be here for a little while to provide some background, beautiful music through our dinner. Good evening, honored guests, Rotarians, school leaders and teachers, coaches, families, friends, and most importantly, the exceptional high school athletes gathered here tonight. My name is Donna Caricato, and I am the president of the Rotary Club of Sault Ste. Marie. So as the president of the club, I welcome all of you to the 66th Annual Rotary Sports Awards, honoring local high school boys athletics and the Sportsperson of the Year. It fills me with great pride and joy to address this remarkable group of athletes. Tonight we gather here to celebrate not only your outstanding achievements, but also the values of dedication, perseverance, and teamwork that have guided you on your journey of success thus far. So just to put a Rotary context here, Rotary is an international service organization whose stated human rights purpose is to bring together business and professional leaders in order to provide humanitarian services, encourage high ethical standards in all vocations, and to advance goodwill and peace around the world. Our Rotary Club follows this mandate through service and fellowship to create lasting change in our community. This evening combines all of these core values in support of our honored athletes. So just a little bit about my background. My love of sports goes way back to my days as a young girl growing up in North Bay, Ontario. I spent hours, like lots of us, watching the original 6 hockey teams battle it out every year. I was young enough to even watch the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup in 1967. But soon became a huge fan and follower of Bobby Orr, one of, if not the greatest hockey players in the game, in my humble opinion, and still cheer for the Boston Bruins today. As our 4 children came along and began their participation in various sports, I became a hockey, baseball, soccer, and curling mom, spending hours in rinks, cheering, driving, and creating friendships with other parents. Now, as a nana of 2 grandchildren, ages 9 and 5, I continue to thoroughly enjoy supporting their love of sports on hockey, soccer, and baseball teams. So, first and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the athletes who have dedicated countless hours to their respective sports. Your commitment, perseverance, and unwavering determination have not only brought honor to yourselves, but also your family, school, and the community. Your relentless pursuit of excellence is an inspiration to all. High school is a time of discovery and growth, a pivotal phase where we begin to shape our futures. Sports plays an integral part in this process, teaching us valuable life skills and lessons that extend far beyond the field, court, or track. Through athletics, we learn the importance of discipline, setting goals, and striving for excellence. We understand the power of hard work, resilience, and pushing ourselves beyond our limits. These are qualities that will serve you well, not only in sports, but also in your professional and personal lives. Let us not forget that the true essence of sports lies not in just the trophies or the medals, but in the spirit of camaraderie and teamwork. Look around you tonight, and you will see teammates who have become lifelong friends, coaches who have become mentors, and supporters who have cheered you on every step of the way. It is these relationships and the bonds you have formed that make this journey truly special. As we celebrate your athletic achievements tonight, let us also express gratitude to the coaches, teachers, and parents who have played a pivotal role in your athletic development. They have guided you, pushed you to your limits, and believed in your potential, even when you may have doubted yourselves. Their unwavering support has been instrumental in your success, and they deserve our heartfelt appreciation. Let us remember that the journey doesn't end here. As you move forward, maybe it's in college, the workforce, or other pursuits, carry the lessons you've learned through sports with you. Remember the resilience you displayed in the face of defeat, the perseverance that kept you going during the challenging moments, the teamwork that enabled you to achieve greatness, and of course, the lasting friendships and memories created. Know that you are capable of greatness in all aspects of life, and let the values and skills you have cultivated on the field guide you to become exceptional individuals and responsible citizens of the world. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead, For it is in overcoming them that you will truly discover your potential. The Rotary International president this year is Jennifer Jones, not the curling Jones. She is our first Canadian Rotary president. The theme she has chosen to inspire all Rotarians is Imagine Rotary. To me, this suggests the sky's the limit. On behalf of the Rotary Club of Sault Ste. Marie, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the extraordinary athletes who graced this room tonight. May you continue to excel and inspire others, not just in sports, but also in academics, personal growth, and making a positive impact on society. Remember, you are the future, and your determination, passion, and drive will shape the world we all live in. Imagine your true potential. The sky's the limit. Perhaps your path will also lead you to volunteer and/or become a Rotarian someday. I leave you with this quote: "Success comes from knowing that you did the best to become the best that you are capable of becoming." And that quote was from John Wooden, an American college basketball coach from 1910 to 2010. Thank you very much, everyone, and let us enjoy this evening of celebration. I'd like to call now Bob Caricato to come up and say grace.
Let us bow our heads. Gathered here tonight, we humbly offer our grace, honoring those who made this occasion possible. We thank the athletes for their unwavering dedication, passion, and inspiring talent that uplifts us all. To the supportive families, your love and sacrifices have been the foundation of their success. Our heartfelt appreciation extends to the coaches and mentors who have shaped not only their skills, but also their characters. To the Rotarians, with their commitment to service, have made a profound impact on our countless lives. For what we are about to receive, may this meal nourish and strengthen us all. Amen.
Hello, everyone. I hope that you have been enjoying your meal so far. I think we need to just give a little round of applause for the cooks and the people who have been serving our food tonight. Thank you, Machine Shop and staff, for the great culinary food so far. We'd like to just get on now with getting to the awards, the main part of the evening. And so I'd like to call up Terry Lynn De La Penta. Terry Lynn is the athletic director at Superior Heights, and she is here on behalf of the Men's Athletic Association, representing President Jared Klooster. She's going to say a few words on his behalf.
Good evening, everyone. And as I was mentioned, my name is Terry Lynn De La Penta. I am one of the athletic directors at Superior Heights. Mr. Klooster, Jared, my counterpart, was not able to be here this evening because his daughter graduated from university. So otherwise, he would have loved to have been here, but unfortunately, his family took precedence, and huge honor for them. Before I get started in my speech, I'd like to recognize the other athletic directors that are here this evening and thank them for their counterpart for all the work that they do. So from St. Mary's, Dave Zagordo and Michelle Guzzo, she's the female, but Dave Zagordo, male. From White Pines, Tom DeLise and Wendy Bazawa. From Cora Collegiate, Greg Arbor and Kim Policicio. From Notre Dame de Sceaux, Louis Charbonneau. I don't think he's here, but we'll give him a round of applause. And from Cass, Nigel Good. He's not here either. Okay. So good evening and a warm welcome to each of you tonight to this esteemed Rotary Club Sports Banquet for 2022-23. It is an absolute pleasure to see such a wonderful gathering here tonight as we come together to celebrate the incredible achievements of local high school athletes and the sports community in Sault Ste. Marie. First and foremost, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to the Rotary Club for sponsoring this evening's festivities, and to Steve Caruso, the principal of Cora Collegiate, for organizing the details of tonight's event. Your commitment to fostering goodwill and supporting local initiatives is truly commendable. Through all of your tireless efforts, you have not only created a platform for recognition, but have also inspired a sense of camaraderie and excellence within our community. Tonight, we gather to honor and celebrate the achievements of some remarkable individuals who have displayed extraordinary dedication, skill, academic excellence, and sportsmanship. Each of these athletes we will be recognizing tonight has poured their heart and soul into their chosen sports and made incredible commitments to their teams and contributions to their school communities, demonstrating the values that the Rotary Club holds dear: service above self. Participation in sports in its essence, goes well beyond competition. It unites us, transcending barriers of age, gender, and background. It teaches us valuable life lessons: perseverance, teamwork, discipline, and resilience. As we applaud the accomplishments of these high school athletes tonight, let us also remember that their success is a testament to the unwavering support they receive from their families, coaches, their school communities, and the greater community of Sault Ste. Marie. In this moment of celebration, let us not forget the power of sport to make a positive impact. The Rotary Club, with its long-standing commitment to community service, understands this all too well. Through various programs and initiatives, they have been instrumental in empowering youth, providing equal opportunities, and fostering a sense of inclusion through the power of sport. Tonight, as we honor these achievements, let us also reaffirm our commitment to supporting our community, especially our young athletes who hold the promise of a brighter future. By working together, we can continue to create an environment where their dreams can flourish and where the transformative power of sport can reach even higher grades. So once again, we extend our deepest gratitude to the Rotary Club for hosting this extraordinary event, and to each of you for being here to support our local and high school sports community. Let us come together to celebrate their triumphs, inspire one another, and foster a spirit of fellowship that will guide us as we shape the future of sports in Sault Ste. Marie. Thank you, and enjoy the evening ahead. It is my pleasure now also to introduce our Master of Ceremonies for this evening, Mr. Gino Cavello. If I could have him come up. He's a man that many of us recognize many a times and recognize his voice. So thank you, Gino, for doing this, and welcome.
Thank you, Terry Lynn. I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to the Rotary Club for inviting me to be here tonight as the MC as we honor these outstanding athletes for their accomplishments this year. I'd like to thank Steve Caruso for saying he was going to drop off some notes that I can go over before tonight. Steve, I want to thank you for those 7,650 pages that I had to read. It's all good. So we do have several awards to give out tonight, and we ask for your patience and diligence as we honor these outstanding young athletes. So hopefully this will stay in place for 8 hours. You have to bear with me, I haven't been in front of a microphone for at least 15 minutes, so remember how to use this thing. So we will introduce the nominated athletes in each sport, and with the assistance of Rotarians, the athletes will come up, we'll read their achievements, they'll be introduced, then they'll sit back down, and when we have introduced all of the athletes, we will there announce the winners. So let's begin with the presentation of the high school awards. There are 9 categories of awards for sports in the secondary schools this year: badminton, basketball, cross-country running, curling, football, hockey, Nordic skiing, soccer, track and field, and wrestling. A little disappointed there's no bocce on that list there, Steve. What's up with that? The nominees are the top athletes in each specific high school sport as chosen by the physical education athletic departments of each high school. And we draw your attention to the past winners of these awards. They are located in your program, which is at every table. So to start off, we'll begin with the sport of badminton. And I'd like to call on Rotarian Melinda Mills to please assist. Melinda? Our first nominee in badminton is from Superior Heights, Dylan Wooten. Superior Heights is pleased to nominate Dylan Wooten for the Rotary Badminton Award. As a first-year player, Dylan learned the game quickly and excelled to a level where it was tough to find competitors for him to practice with. He gained valuable experience competing in the senior level tournament in Sudbury in all divisions of play and got stronger as the days went on. The final event was mixed doubles, where he and his partner from Cora finished 5th in the A division against club players and OFSA competitors. Dylan is a competitor who is considered a gamer. He is better with every set he plays, and when things get tough, he is able to raise his game to surpass his opponent. In the singles mini-meet, Dylan competed in the senior division, and although the draw was long and tough, he beat out many players with more experience, finishing a respectable 4th. At the city championships, Dylan did not lose a single set, winning all games by a minimum of 8 points. He won at the city championship and began to prepare for NASA competition. At NASA, Dylan won the first 2 games, putting him in the semifinals on the first day of competition. The next morning, Dylan lost his first game in the semis in 3 sets. This was a wake-up call for Dylan, and he came back to beat the next competitor handily in 2 straight sets. Dylan was then up against the same opponent at the semifinals. He won in 2 straight sets, sending a message that he was in it to win it. Being a true double elimination tournament, they needed to play again. Dylan came out strong, defeating the club player again and becoming the NASA champion. The nominee from Superior Heights, Dylan Wooten. Our next nominee is from Cora, Dylan Garson. Cora is proud to nominate Dylan Garson as its Rotary Badminton nominee. Dylan is a coach's dream. He is hardworking, coachable, and possesses a never-give-up attitude. He has an insatiable appetite for learning, always questioning and implementing feedback to improve his game. Dylan's competitive nature and ability to outlast any opponent resulted in him winning the senior men's single title in a tough 14-man field. He followed that up with a 5th place showing at NASA. Dylan's athletic drive is balanced with a strong sense of leadership, which will truly be missed next year. Congratulations, Dylan. We wish you the best. Dylan Garson, Cora nominee. Our next nominee is from St. Mary's College. Please welcome Daniel Guzzo. This fierce competitor always plays with a steely glint in his eyes and the resolve to give all he has, body and soul, to the game. He has become a dominant force on the courts, always striving to improve his form and technique. This year in badminton, Daniel proudly represented St. Mary's College in the senior men's singles division, placing 2nd at city championships, 3rd at NASA, with his only losses during the competition to a club badminton player. Daniel will on to represent St. Mary's College with an honorable performance at OFSA. From St. Mary's College, Daniel Guzzo. The badminton nominee from White Pines this year is Owen Bouchard. With an easy playing style and strong communication, Owen Bouchard helped White Pines Badminton see some of its best performance in recent years. In mixed doubles, Owen was always present to help his teammates perform their best, along with encouraging words. Owen attended practice, helped others, and never took himself too seriously. His dedication, determination, and generally positive attitude towards his teammates and the whole badminton team were obvious throughout the season, and it is for this, as well as his on-court performance, that we recognize Owen Bouchard as our White Pines nominee for the Rotary Award. Congratulations, Owen. We have co-nominees in badminton this year from Notre-Dame-de-Sioux, Antoine Goupil and Jason Boulanger. Notre-Dame-de-Sioux badminton nominees this year are Antoine Goupil and Jackson Boulanger. They are a 10th grade team who came out for badminton for the first time this year. They improved with every game and every meet throughout the season. While competing in all mini meets as well as cities in doubles, they encountered their best results as the doubles mini meet. They are dedicated athletes and competitors with positive attitudes who also proved to be great team players. Notre Dame is proud to introduce you to Antoine Goupil and Jackson Boulanger. Ladies and gentlemen, you are nominees this year for badminton. Thank you very much. Thank you, Melinda. Next, we'll go to the sport of basketball. And to assist, I'd like to call on Elizabeth Keller, exchange student with Rotary. Elizabeth, welcome. Our first nominee in basketball this year is from Superior Heights. Please welcome Grant Rains. Superior Heights is proud to nominate Grant Rains for the Rotary Basketball Award. Grant wasn't our best shooter, he wasn't our tallest or biggest player, but every game we played, he was among the top scorers and rebounders, and that is because Grant always delivered the most consistent effort of anyone on the court. On the defensive side of the ball, he often would match up against bigger opponents and lock them down. He played through a sprained ankle, giving his team everything he could. Grant has expressed interest in coming back to help our coaching staff, and we are more than thrilled to have him continue leading by example. His drive and competitive edge are the reasons we are proud to select him to represent our team. From Superior Heights, Grant Rains. The basketball nominee from Cora Collegiate this year is Jacob Brown. Cora is very proud to recognize Jacob Brown as the Rotary Award nominee for the sport of basketball. Jacob was a leader for our team, demonstrating great sportsmanship towards his teammates. He used his athletic abilities to guide the Colts to many wins, and the team's success would often be determined by his play on the court this year. He was a factor on both the offensive end as well as being the anchor on defense. He should be commended on some big performances in our league play, as well as in both tournaments in Timmins and North Bay. Jacob will be attending the New Mexico Military Institute next year on a full-ride football scholarship. The Cora family is grateful for his contributions to the athletic program and wish him all the best on and off the field next year. From Cora Collegiate, Jacob Brown. Gotta admit, folks, I never knew there was a Mexico Military Institute. Is that right? You didn't make that up, did you? Just checking. The basketball nominee from St. Mary's College, please welcome Reese Martin. Reese has been such an outstanding individual, whether it be on the court or off the court. Although he was such a talented basketball player, what really stuck out the most to me was his ability to always be a true leader. Reese accepted the role of being the leader, and he exceeded expectations. Coaching this young man has been a pleasure, and seeing how he has grown as a student and athlete reassures me why I love coaching and teaching the game of basketball. I always knew Reese would be a star from the moment I met him in grade 7. He has received many accolades this year in basketball, but also he received an award at a tournament for excelling in academics. Our season wouldn't have been so successful if we didn't have Reese, who was the unanimous league MVP, NASA MVP, and also finished top 3 in scoring at OFSA with 24 points per game and leading us to the quarterfinals. I would love to see him back for a 5th year, and I know he's undecided, but whether he chooses, I will always support him and let him know that he will always be remembered and go down as one of the top basketball players to come out of Sault Ste. Marie. From St. Mary's, Reese Martin. The basketball nominee from White Pines this year is Dimos Mikos. Demos came in and took charge at practice and tried his best to motivate and push his fellow teammates to succeed. He did what needed to be done and pushed himself to always try and be better. With his offense followed up with his defense, he was always needed on the court. His leadership at practices, running warm-ups, and drills makes him someone that any coach would love to have. He has the total package, and I look forward to seeing what is in store for this young man in the future. From White Pines, Dimos Migos. And those are your basketball nominees. Thank you. Moving on to cross country, I'd like to call on Nicole Patterson to please assist in that. Our first nominee for cross country is from Superior Heights, Peter Garchor. Superior Heights is proud to nominate Peter Garchor for the Cross Country Running Award. Peter worked with grit and determination to achieve his goal of qualifying for the provincial championships. He placed first at the city meet in junior boys, racing on his own to a time over a full minute faster than the second place finisher. He then placed 6th at NASA Junior Boys, this time a full 2 minutes ahead of any Sioux runner, and earning a qualifying spot to OFSA. At OFSA, he ran a strong race with an amazing effort in the second loop, improving his place substantially to finish 78th overall. Congratulations to Peter for an amazing season. Your coaches look forward to seeing you challenge yourself and continue to compete fiercely on the future. From Superior Heights, Peter Garchor. The cross-country running nominee from Cora this year is Dylan Garson. Dylan has run with successful results each of his years at Cora. He has qualified for OFSA each year he has competed. This season, Dylan placed first in the Senior Boys City Cross Country Championships and finished 11th at NASA, giving him an OFSA berth. At OFSA, in the senior race that had an extra grueling kilometer, Dylan was exceptional. His dedication and perseverance to excel at the sport of cross-country running is shown through his daily pestering of his coaches at practices to always want to do more. This, along with his consistent hard work, have developed Dylan into one of the top high school runners in the Sioux. He has been a positive role model for our younger athletes and always willing to assist in the improvement of fellow teammates. We are looking forward to seeing bigger and better things next season as Dylan has signed with the Algoma University team to run cross-country as a Thunderbird. From Cora, Dylan Garson. The St. Mary's College cross-country nominee this year is Kieran Juma. This athlete represents St. Mary's College with fierce competitiveness, resilience, and a complete focus on achieving his absolute best despite any challenging circumstances he encounters. He has proudly represented St. Mary's College for the past 2 years, has a phenomenal work ethic, and is a supportive teammate. He placed 5th at the City Championship and 26th in the NASA Cross Country Championship. He runs with determination, resolve, and an absolute joy for the sport. St. Mary's College is happy to know that he will continue to represent us on the trails in this upcoming grade 12 year. St. Mary's College is proud to recognize Kieran Juma, a true knight, as this year's Rotary Sports nomination for cross-country running. The cross-country nominee this year from White Pines is Lyndon DeVries. The White Pines nominee for cross-country running was a first-year senior who was new to the sport. This being the case, the coaching staff wasn't sure what they were going to get with this athlete. It turned out they were getting a fast, gritty, determined runner who was a natural leader. Dedicated training, often including morning and weekend practices, led this runner to a second-place finish at the City Championships and enabled his White Pines senior team to have the same finish. At the NASA Championship, he placed 18th and led his team to a best 6th place finish. This athlete is the ideal mixture of performance, leadership, and coachability, truly a coach's dream. The White Pines nominee for cross-country running, Lyndon DeVries. The cross-country nominee this year from Notre Dame is Liam Spacek. Representing Notre Dame de Sioux in the 2022 Rotary competition is Liam Spacek. Once again this year, Liam was our only male athlete, but is always ready to lace up and go the extra mile. A cross-country runner with a passion for pushing himself to the next level, Liam will take on any challenge with unwavering dedication and resilience. His consistent effort over multiple seasons of cross-country has earned him the Rotary nomination for 2023. Congratulations to our cross-country nominees. Am I fired? Oh. It's my personal assistant, Vanna White, ladies and gentlemen, please. I'm his water boy. Okay, our next category is curling. I'd like to call on Vanna White or Bob Caricato to make the presentations. You're welcome. Our first nominee in curling is from Superior Heights, Brennan Slagle. Superior Heights is proud to nominate Brennan Slagle for the Curling Award. Brennan was vice skip this season for the Superior Heights boys curling team. He is a team player who contributes greatly to the overall game strategy, along with his excellent shot-making ability. His experience playing either positions, as well as his great support for his skip, contributed to the boys' Superior Heights team finishing 3rd overall in the city championships. Brennan's attitude, coachability, and ease of interaction with his teammates and other players makes him the best chance for our Rotary nominee. From Superior Heights, Brennan Slagle. The curling nominee this year from Cora is Evan Robert. Evan is a graduating grade 12 student who skipped his team throughout his high school career. He led his team with consistency and passion to capture multiple wins over the season. Their hard work earned from the league title and the city championship. At NASA, their team went undefeated through the round robin and came 2nd overall. They had a great season of curling they should be proud of. Throughout the season, Evan demonstrated his commitment and enthusiasm to the sport of curling, both on and off the ice. He has a solid foundation of skill and technique that he continued to improve throughout the season. He worked collaboratively with his team and coach at practice and in games to sharpen his game play. Off the ice, he spent his time at the club learning about the other side of the sport. Outside of high school curling, Evan had an outstanding year. He was part of the team that represented Northern Ontario at the Canadian U18 Curling Championship and had a successful year playing in the local leagues. He will be attending Sioux College next year to study aviation. He's also committed to playing for the OCAA curling team. From Cora, Evan Robert. This year's nominee for curling from St. Mary's College is Aidan Ellis. Aidan was the skip of the SMC 2023 curling team. He's in grade 12 and was the leader of this team simply because of his superior curling skills and knowledge of the game. The team bounded around Aidan as the focal point and leader with his all-around qualities. The SMC curling team was a contender for the championship. The other high schools respected Aidan's abilities. They had to play their best games in order to top the SMC team. Aidan will be attending the University of Guelph, studying business and finance in the fall. He will be trying out for the curling team. We are hoping that he makes the team and excels at it. Good luck, Aidan. From St. Mary's College, Aidan Ellis. This year's curling nominee from White Pines is Justin McKay. Justin is an excellent young curler, both on his high school team and on his competitive team. He is a quiet leader and plays with tremendous confidence. He is an absolute coach's dream who spends hours at the curling club and works hard every practice to make himself and his team better. Justin is extremely supportive and respectful of all players at all levels and is always willing to help others. He is well respected and liked by his team and competition. Justin has a great understanding and love for the sport of curling. He led the team to a second-place finish in the regular season and also finished second in the city championship, but it was at Nassau where the team really hit their stride, going undefeated and capturing the Nassau championship. Justin played lights out for the whole tournament and made many game-saving shots. Justin is a dedicated athlete who has a very high ceiling in the sport of curling, and we look forward to having him lead the team again next season. From White Pines, Justin McKay, your curling nominees. Thank you, Rob. No, I'm good. You can have it. Moving on to the sport of football. I'd like to call on Rod Stone. Please come up and help. Rod. Our first nominee for football from Superior Heights is Gabe Barkley. Superior Heights is very proud to nominate Gabe Barkley for the Rotary Football Award. Gabe has been a perennial standout in the football leagues for 5 years. He was the quarterback and offensive leader on the field for the Steelhawks this past season. Gabe is dedicated to both his football and academic development, which is evident when preparing and strategizing each week. Gabe will be attending the University of Ottawa in the fall to pursue his studies in communications, and he will be playing football for the Ottawa Gee-Gees. Congratulations, Gabe, on a brilliant high school academic and athletic career. From Superior Heights, Gabe Barkley. The football nominee from Cora Collegiate this year is Jesse Barella. Jesse Barella was featured at running back, defensive back, punter, and kick returner for the league, city, NASA, and OFSA provincial championship Cora football program. Jesse's elite speed, vision, toughness, and versatility are what make him such a great player. He leads the local high school football league in touchdowns, rushing yards, and all-purpose yards. Jesse was a league all-star and was named to the league's most valuable offensive player. His most notable individual award was being selected as the first-team all-star running back on the all-province team by a panel of 30 coaches from all across Ontario. Jesse was highly recruited by multiple universities and colleges across Canada. He recently committed to play for the St. Clair College Saints in Windsor and is enrolling in the HVAC technician program. Cora would like to wish Jesse Barella the best of luck with his future endeavors. This year's football nominee from St. Mary's College is Jaden Trudeau. Jaden is a grade 12 student that just completed his second season with the senior St. Mary's Knights. This past season, Jaden was named a league all-star, and in his previous year represented Sault Ste. Marie on the national stage in the CFC Canadian Prospects game televised on TSN. A dynamic athlete who plays multiple positions, Jaden rarely left the field, starting at both wideout offensively and corner on the defensive side of the ball. Jaden was also electrifying as both a kickoff and punt returner. Jaden is a leader on and off the field and possesses a tremendous football IQ, always helping others with their assignments. Jaden will be returning to St. Mary's in the fall, and we are proud to nominate him for the Football Rotary Award. Congratulations, Jaden. And those are your football nominees. Thanks, Rod. Next, we'll do the sport of hockey. I'd like to call on Rotarian Paul Walls to assist, please. Our first nominee in hockey from Superior Heights is Owen Case. Superior Heights is proud to nominate Owen Case for the Rotary Hockey Award. Owen was an integral part of Superior Heights reaching their first city final in several seasons. Owen was the captain of the team and displayed strong leadership qualities throughout the entire season. As a player, he was the first-line center and ran the power play, often playing a full 2 minutes when needed. He was the team's leading scorer and MVP. Owen plans on returning to Superior Heights before pursuing a career in the trades. From Superior Heights, Owen Case. This year's hockey nominee from Cora Collegiate is Ronan Provenzano. Cora is proud to nominate Roman as this year's Rotary Hockey nominee. Ronan was the consummate leader on and off the ice as he was chosen unanimously as team captain. His compete level is outstanding and his work ethic to be a better player for his teammates and himself is inspiring. His attitude and demeanor demonstrate what a true leader is. Ronan played in all situations for the Colts this season and was chosen as this year's league MVP. Perhaps Ronan's greatest quality is his personality, as he is always polite and just a pleasure to be around. Next year, Ronan will attend the University of Waterloo, where he will trade his skates in for cleats as a member of the Warrior football program. The entire Cora family is proud of Ronan's accomplishments throughout his high school career and wish him great success in the future. From Cora, Ronan Provenzano. This year's hockey nominee from St. Mary's College is Jason Alexander. Jason Alexander was a rock-solid goalie for the Knights hockey team the last 2 seasons. In league play, he helped the Knights go undefeated for the season and earned the best combined goals against average for the league, undefeated city championships, went 4-1 as NASA champions, and backstopped the team to a 5-1 record at OFSA to capture a silver medal. Jason was a huge reason for the team's success. They had an overall record of 35-4-1, and we wish him the best as he pursues a career in business marketing at Western University in the fall. Congratulations, Jason Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, your nominees for hockey. Moving on to the sport of Nordic skiing. I'd like to call on Lisa. Please come up. Hi, Lisa. Our first nominee from Superior Heights for Nordic skiing is Noah Mazer. This year, we would like to nominate Noah Mazer for his exceptional performance in the inaugural season of cross-country skiing. Noah has displayed remarkable determination and grit throughout the year. His unwavering dedication to the sport and relentless pursuit of excellence has been an inspiration to teammates and competitors alike. Despite being new to the sport, he showcased sportsmanship and tenacity, setting an outstanding example for athletes of all levels. We wish Noah the best as he pursues academic and athletic success in the future. Noah Mazer, Superior Heights. This year's Nordic skiing nominee from Cora is Tristan Katava. Tristan is a senior athlete who really stepped up this inaugural season to take on a leading role for the Cora Colts. He is dedicated to his sport and put in a tremendous amount of time and effort, which he proved through attending every practice and juggling his club ski training as well. He was the best placed senior boy from the Sioux at the NASA and OFSA championships and represented the Sioux in multiple races at the All-Ontario level. Cora would like to congratulate Tristan in this well-deserved nomination. This year's Nordic skiing nominee from St. Mary's College is Joshua Lammy. This was Josh's first year on the competitive scene with Nordic skiing. In fact, it was his first year in the sport, and he very quickly picked up the skills needed to ski. Dedicated to the sport, Josh often visited Hiawatha on his own to put in extra practice and improve on his technique. Josh qualified for both NASA and OFSA, where he skied with heart and achieved personal bests. We are very proud of his dedication to the sport and our team and look forward to watching him grow over the next few years. From St. Mary's, Joshua Lamming. This year's Nordic skiing nominee from White Pines is Lyndon DeVries. It was tough to choose a male representative for cross-country skiing at White Pines this year. There were many athletes to choose from who competed in 2 divisions, the open division for those affiliated with the Sioux Finnish Ski Club, and the high school division for those not with the club or very often who are new to the sport. This athlete was new to the sport, but not new to the concepts of endurance training, determination, and holding on to discomfort for kilometers at a time. His year was defined by learning to skate ski and fighting for top spot with his brother and another athlete from Superior Heights. At the NASA and the OFSA level, this athlete raced to the top finishes in our city in our senior high school division while outplacing athletes from other districts who had much more experience. This athlete is proof that pushing oneself out of their comfort zone yields excellent results. Our nominee for boys cross-country skiing this year is Lyndon DeVries. Congratulations to our nominees for skiing. Thank you. Next, we'll honor the nominees in the sport of soccer, assisted by Daryl Patterson. Our first nominee from Superior Heights is Kaylin Cuglietta. Kaylin demonstrates leadership and sportsmanship both on and off the field. Whether it be in training or during games, he is constantly asking questions on how he can improve and better round off his game. His work rate has never been in question, and communication always remaining positive. You can see it rub off on teammates in the best way possible. The coaching staff would like to wish him the best in all of his future endeavors. Congratulations to this year's Superior Heights Senior Boys Soccer Rotary nominee, Kaylin Cuglietta. This year's nominee for soccer from St. Mary's College is Nate Carter. In only his grade 11 year, Nate Carter was the leading scorer in the Senior Boys Soccer League this season. He finished with 12 goals, which is more than two of the other teams in the Senior League and one behind another team. He is a lethal finisher as forward for the Senior Boys Soccer team, and his overall total of 21 goals, including tournaments and NASA, is the most that any player has scored in the past 17 Senior Boys Soccer seasons. In addition, Nate's skill and vision on the field are the best, and that is what makes him so special. Nate Carter is a major reason why the St. Mary's College Senior Boys Soccer team won the league and city championship with a perfect 6-0 record. From St. Mary's, Nate Carter. Please welcome this year's soccer nominee from Cora, Dylan Garson. Cora is proud to nominate Dylan for this year's Rotary Soccer Award. Dylan's work ethic to be a better player for his teammates and himself is inspiring. He wears his heart on his sleeve all the time, no matter what. Dylan is in check with his abilities and what he brings daily. Dylan played striker this year for the Colts, a role he adjusted to quite naturally. His positive attitude and demeanor demonstrate what a true leader is. Dylan's greatest quality is his personality, as he is always polite and just a pleasure to be around. The nominee from Cora, Dylan Garson. The soccer nominee this year from White Pines is Lyndon DeVries. Lyndon is a natural leader. He took his team under his wing and made things happen. From rounding up players for tryouts to organizing and leading team practices to encouraging his teammates on and off the field. He likes to have fun and is the type of guy who tries to include everyone around him. He is a support to his teammates when they get roughed up a little. He is a competitive player and is skilled enough to make plays happen. Beyond that, he just simply loves the game of soccer and is able to make those around him better on and off the field. The nominee from White Pines, Lyndon DeVries. And ladies and gentlemen, our soccer nominees. Thank you, Daryl. Next, we honor the nominees in track and field. I'd like to call on Donna Caricato to please come up and assist. Our first nominee in track and field is from Superior Heights, Julian Chenier. Superior Heights is proud to nominate Julian Chenier for the Track and Field Rotary Award. Julian was our overall top performer in track and qualified for OFSA in 2 events. He came to practice eager to learn and achieve every day. Never shy to ask questions and advice, he did everything his coaches asked to try to improve his hurdle form and speed. Enthusiastic is not a strong enough word to describe Julian as an athlete. We look forward to seeing what he can achieve in the years to come. From Superior Heights, Julian Chenier. This year's nominee for track and field from Cora is Nathan Hyam. Cora is proud to nominate Nathan Hyan as the top male track and field athlete. Nathan had a phenomenal performer at the city meet, finishing first in the 200-meter, 400-meter races, and first in triple jump. He was the anchor of the junior 4x100-meter relay team that placed first in the city. Nathan was also on the 4x400 relay team that placed on a close second. He was awarded the top male junior track and field athlete at the city meet. Nathan finished second in triple jump at NASA. Nathan's athleticism is complemented by a strong work ethic and excellent character. From Cora, Nathan Hyam. This year's nominee for track and field from St. Mary's College is Callum Macaulay. This athlete is a core member of our track and field team. Although only in grade 11, he has made a huge impact on our team, not only winning us over with his athletic skills, but his great sense of humor and dedication. Following up a very successful junior year in track and field that included a trip to OFSA for the 4x100 relay and the junior men's 100-meter dash, he wrapped up this year's city track and field meet with 4 gold medal finishes, including first place in the senior men's 100-meter, senior men's 400-meter, and anchoring both the 4x100-meter and 4x400-meter relays to first place finishes. At NASA track and field, he placed second in the 400-meter, fourth along with his teammates in the 4x100-meter relay. He represented SMC at OFSA in the senior men's 400-meter dash and has the satisfaction in knowing he achieved his personal best in that event. St. Mary's College is proud to recognize Callum Macaulay, a true knight, as this year's Rotary Sports Track and Field nominee and is our own outstanding male track athlete. This year's track and field nominee from White Pines is Hatem Hassan. This young man showed up unsure of what he'd be good at and began by just putting in the work. Once his coaches saw what raw talent he had, it was obvious that speed was one of his many strengths. After placing first in the 200 and 400 meter races and second in the 100 meter at cities and winning the male aggregate points award for his age, he went on to NASA to earn 3 silver medals in the 1, 2, and 400 meter race as well. Adam won the male aggregate points award for his performance at NASA, as well earning him the opportunity to compete in 2 of his 3 events at OFSA. This success, paired with the dedication of his coaches and team, have lit a competitive fire that will lead to greater things down the road. This year's track and field nominee for White Pines is Hatem Hassan. Congratulations to all our track and field nominees. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Donna. Next, we would like to introduce the nominees in the sport of wrestling. Paul Walls will assist. Our first nominee is from Superior Heights, Decaden Gauthier. Superior Heights is proud to nominate Decaden Gauthier for the Wrestling Award. Decaden always shows up to practice, focused and ready to put the work in, and it shows. His positive attitude is evident on and off the mat and contributes to his progress as an athlete. He leads the team by example, whether it's helping someone get a good warm-up in before a match or helping them work on something at practice. Decaden encourages and supports his teammates however they need it. Decaden achieved first place at our local city championships, second place at NASA, and performed well in the competitive OFSA weight class. Decaden is a special athlete. He improves every time he steps on the mat because his desire is to always get better. That drive on the mat and life is going to continue to set him up for success. It is that character, determination, and passion that has led him to being nominated for this award. From Superior Heights, Decaden Gauthier. The wrestling nominee this year from Cora, Julian Sayers Capone. Julian had an outstanding season for the Cora wrestling program. Even though he didn't have the on-mat experience that others may have, Julian was still able to capture a city championship, NASA championship, and go 2-2 at OFSA. Julian has always offered his best at practice and competition, never giving up. He is the type of student that exemplifies the qualities of good sportsmanship and work ethic. As a grade 11 student, the coaching staff at Cora has high expectations for Julian next year. Congratulations, Julian Sayers Capone. The wrestling nominee from St. Mary's College is Kent LeBlanc. This year's nominee from St. Mary's is a grade 10 student who won a silver medal at the K-Bay Open and gold medal at the SMC Mini Meet, White Pines Meet. He was also this year's City and NASA champion and the only male athlete from Sault Ste. Marie to make it to Day 2 at OFSA. This year's nominee, Kent LeBlanc. Congratulations and good luck to our wrestling nominees. Thanks, Paul. Next, I'd like to call on Rod Stone to assist in the presentation for the nominees for the Walter Lowe Memorial Trophy. This trophy is in memory of Walter Lowe. It is awarded annually to the top high school athlete as selected by the athletic heads of the various secondary schools. The Walter Lowe Memorial nominee from Superior Heights is Tyler Greco. Tyler represents a model of what a student athlete should aspire to be in everything he does, be it in the classroom or in the sport. He brings a strong work ethic and an enthusiasm that is hard to match. He has been a valuable member of the Superior Heights community and a role model for our younger students, athletes at Superior Heights. Tyler demonstrates excellent leadership on school teams and in the classroom, unwavering respect for teachers, coaches, and fellow students, and a strong sense of responsibility and loyalty toward his school community. Tyler excels in both academics and athletics, but most importantly, he has learned the importance of how these experiences have helped him develop as a caring member of our school community. Tyler competed in 6 sports this year: cross-country, running, basketball, hockey, badminton, soccer, and track. From Superior Heights, Tyler Greco. The Walter Lowe Memorial Trophy nominee from St. Mary's College is Jaden Trudeau. Jaden has played a very significant role in athletics at St. Mary's in his grade 12 year. He has participated in 4 sporting events, including football, basketball, soccer, and track and field. In football, Jaden was selected as a first-team All-Star and played on both sides of the football, making him a threat at all times. This year in basketball, he led the Knights to a league and city championship and captured the NASA MVP. At OFSA, Jaden was a defensive standout, leading the Knights to a top 8 finish, losing out to the number 1 ranked team in the quarterfinals. On the soccer pitch, he was a towering defender, making it impossible for any offensive threat. Again, Jaden was part of the league and city champion Knights, losing out in the NASA semifinal. Lastly, on the track, Jaden became first in long jump, first in high jump, and first in the 200-meter race. He captured the silver medal at NASA in running long jump and will attend OFSA representing the North at the University of Ottawa. He has been a very committed student athlete this year and will return to the Knights for a victory lap in September. Congratulations, Jaden Trudeau. The Walter Lowe Award nominee from Cora is Dylan Garson. Dylan had an illustrious high school career, participating and excelling in multiple sports each year. This year, Dylan was a 6-sport athlete, competing at cross-country, badminton, hockey, basketball, soccer, and track and field. In cross-country, Dylan captured the Senior Boys Championship and qualified for OFSA in each of the years he participated. In badminton, he captured the Senior Boys Singles Championship and finished second at NASA. On the soccer field, he was a force for the Colts, playing striker, and was a leader on the pitch for the Colts in many ways. In hockey, Dylan was one of the Colts' top players and was voted an assistant captain by his peers. In track and field, he was dominant in the distance races, finishing first in the 300, first in the 1500, third in the 800, second in the 4x100 meter relay, and third in the 4x400 relay. And in basketball, Dylan once again proved to be the consummate team player, accepting any challenge and role asked of him. As busy of a schedule as this may be, Dylan still managed to be exceptional in the classroom, maintaining high honor status. Dylan will always be held in high regard among the Colts greats, and we wish him good luck as he begins his next chapter at Algoma University, racing for the Thunderbirds. Congratulations, Dylan Garson. This year's Walter Lowe Award nominee from White Pines is Alder DeVries. Alder competed in the first-year sport of Nordic skiing at both the NASA and OFSA levels, placing 7th overall in the province for his role in the 4x1 kilometer sprint freestyle race, and placed 60th overall for senior boys. He is also a member of the city and NASA cross-country running team and the track and field team this year. He seamlessly competed in various events through his career in track and field this year, focusing on the track, while last year being successful in the field. This speaks to his willingness to challenge himself to learn and excel in new things. His coaches recognize Alder as a leader on their teams who demonstrated a willingness to lead his teams through his actions and through his voice. He was the epitome of what a student athlete should be, always striving to become a better athlete while maintaining a level of sportsmanship and integrity that makes those watching proud. Ladies and gentlemen, Alder DeVries. Your Walter Lowe Memorial Trophy nominees. Congratulations. This time I'd like to call on Bob Caricato to assist with the B'nai B'rith Award. The B'nai B'rith Award is given annually to the graduating secondary school student who best combines athletic ability with academic achievement. This award is accompanied by a check to be used for assistance with tuition or books. We thank the Beth Jacob Synagogue for their financial support. This year's winner is selected by a committee consisting of Lucia Reese, Director of Education for the Algoma District School Board, Danny Vioto, Director of Education for the Huron-Superior Catholic District School Board, and Joe Maurice, Superintendent of Education for the Algoma District School Board. Their decision is based on information provided by the secondary school principals and athletic heads. I'd like to call on Marcy Bell, Superintendent of Education for the Algoma District School Board, to introduce each nominee. Please welcome Marcy.
Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to announce the B'nai B'rith nominees for this evening. Connor Chow-Lin is the B'nai B'rith Scholarship nominee from Cora Collegiate. Connor is a gifted athlete representing Cora Collegiate in hockey, soccer, and track and field. In his grade 12 year, Connor was selected as the assistant captain of his hockey team and co-captain of his soccer team. Academically, Connor has an impressive 4-year average of over 93%. Next year, Connor plans to study biology at the University of Ottawa. Again, Connor Chow-Lin. Alder DeVries is the B'nai B'rith Scholarship nominee from White Pines. Alder is a multi-sport athlete representing White Pines in cross-country skiing, running, track and field, and Nordic skiing. Cross-country running. Alder has completed Nordic skiing at both the NASA and OFSA level. Academically, Alder will graduate this spring with a specialist high skills major certificate in arts and culture. Next year, Alder hopes to continue his post-secondary career in music at Algoma University. Alder DeVries. Jackson Alexander is the B'nai B'rith Scholarship nominee from St. Mary's College. Jackson is a talented athlete participating in football and hockey. In addition, Jackson has also represented St. Mary's College in NASA and OFSA hockey. Academically, Jackson has been on the honor roll for each of his 4 years at St. Mary's College. Next year, Jackson will be attending Western University, where he will be focusing on DAN Management and Organizational Studies, a 4-year business program. Jackson Alexander. And Tyler Greco is the B'nai B'rith Scholarship nominee from Superior Heights. Tyler is a multi-sport athlete representing Superior Heights in cross country, track and field, hockey, soccer, and badminton. He has also participated and helped to organize many Superior Heights intramural sports. Academically, Tyler has made the honor roll every year since grade 9 and currently holds a 94% average in grade 12. Tyler plans on returning to Superior Heights in September with his sights on a concurrent education program in the future. Tyler Greco.
Congratulations, guys. Good luck. All right, so those are all your nominees, and now we would like to announce the winners in each category, and I would ask the Rotarians who were up for their individual sport to please come up. So we'll start with badminton. Melissa? All right, so the athletes of the year this year in badminton, we have co-winners from Cora, Dylan Garson, and from St. Mary's, Daniel Guzzo. Smile, guys. There you go. Congratulations. You could stay up if you want. This year's winner in the sport of basketball from St. Mary's, Reese Martin. Congratulations, Reese. This year's winner for cross-country running from Cora, Dylan Garson. Next is curling. The winner from curling this year, we have actually co-winners from Cora, Evan Robert, from White Pines, Justin McKay. Congratulations. We have co-winners in the sport of football. From Cora, Jesse Borella, from Superior Heights, Gabe Barkley. We're pleased to announce the co-winners for hockey. From St. Mary's, Jackson Alexander. From Cora, Ronan Provenzano. The winner this year for Nordic skiing, from Cora, Tristan Katava. Thank you. Congratulations. This year's top athlete in soccer from St. Mary's, Nate Carter. You know, Nate, that hair gives me childhood memories. It's a great do. Don't ever get rid of that. Our next award is track and field, and this year's winner in track and field from White Pines, Adam Hassan. And for the sport of wrestling, this year's winner from St. Mary's, Kent LeBlanc. Our next presentation is the Walter Lowe Memorial Award, which goes to this year's top high school athlete. And I'm pleased to announce the top high school athlete this year in Sault Ste. Marie, from Cora, Dylan Garson. Please welcome Dylan Garson.
Should I lower this, do you think? Yeah, I might lower this a little bit, but I'm really very honored to accept this award today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to first off thank the Rotary Club tonight for hosting this award ceremony. Your dedication to recognizing and honoring the accomplishments of athletes like me is truly admirable. By organizing this event, you have not only provided a platform for celebration, but also fostered a sense of community among athletes, coaches, volunteers, and supporters. To all the coaches and volunteers who have tirelessly supported me throughout this athletic season, your dedication, guidance, and encouragement have played an instrumental role in my achievements. Without your expertise and selfless commitment, I would not have been able to grow as an athlete and individual. Thank you for investing your time, energy, and knowledge into shaping my athletic journey. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge my incredible teammates who have stood by my side throughout this year. Each of you has pushed me beyond my limits, motivating me to give my best. Your camaraderie, determination, and support have created an environment of excellence and has allowed us to achieve remarkable feats. Together we have formed an unbreakable bond that extends far beyond the playing field. To my competitors, your relentless pursuit of greatness has pushed us all to reach new heights and become better versions of ourselves. While we may have battled fiercely on the field, I want to emphasize the respect I hold for each of you. It is through the spirit of healthy competition that we have grown both as athletes and individuals. Lastly, but certainly not least, I want to thank my mom and dad. Your unwavering support, sacrifices, and belief in my dreams have been the driving force behind my success. From the countless hours spent driving me to practices and competitions, to the emotional support during the highs and lows of my athletic career, your love and encouragement have been my constant inspiration. I'm forever grateful for the sacrifices you have made to help me pursue my passion, and I would not be standing here today without you. In conclusion, as we reflect on this year, let us carry the memories, lessons, and bonds forged with us into the future. Thank you.
Great words, Dylan, thank you. You could take that cup if the boys want to have a little, the thing after, okay. Don't wreck it though, okay? They need it back for next year. Our next award will be the presentation of the B'nai B'rith Award for the student who combines academics and athletics. You okay there? Should actually let an athlete present that. The B'nai B'rith Award this year for the student best combining academics and athletics from Superior Heights, Tyler Greco. You know, he obviously didn't excel at academics, our presenter, or an athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Greco.
Okay, bear with me here. Haven't used the mic lots, but good evening, guys. Thank you for selecting me to receive this award. It's great for all of the athletes to be recognized for the hard work throughout the years we've put in. Thank you to the Rotary Club for hosting this event tonight and annually, and thank you for the Mill for letting us use their venue. Thanks to the selection committee, and thanks for making this night possible. I'd like to also thank all the coaches, athletic directors, conveners, officials, and media representatives who've made this possible for all of us here today. I'd like to thank my parents, Kathy and Jamie, for the countless hours and dollars they've spent. Congratulations to the other athletes and fellow nominees here tonight, and all the other teams for making sports competitive, but also fun. These experiences in high school sports are special because you get to represent your school, compete with your classmates and friends, and compete against your friends from other schools. Growing up, a lot of my friends and even teachers would make jokes and comments about me being in my sister's shadow. But now I'm standing up here with this award, and she's never won this. Right now, I'm thinking of all the ways I'm going to shove it in her face when I get home. But for now, I'll get back to the speech. And it might come as a surprise to some people, but I'm actually very thankful for her. I grew up in a house that was always very competitive. There was things that she was better at, and there was things that I was better at. But no matter what, she'd always push me to my hardest, and I'd always want to be better than her. There have been many coaches that have had a positive influence on me, too many to name all of them. But I'll give a special thanks to Mr. Hales, Coach Lillington and Shackleton, Coach Drew Johnson, Mr. Kolak, Ms. Pernis, and Ms. Wooden, as well as a thank you to our athletic directors, Mr. Klooster and Ms. Delpenta. I'd also like to thank our school administrators, Ms. Morelli, Mr. Caruso, and Ms. Barbo. Congratulations to Ms. Morelli on her retirement. And I would also like to give a special thanks to Cal Dugas and Brian Clement for getting me involved in coaching in the community. My parents, teachers, and coaches have always stressed the importance of putting the effort into my studies and education. Through their influence, combined with their discipline and hard work required with sports, I feel like I'm better prepared to succeed in the future. I'm also grateful for the leadership opportunities and encouragement to be a role model. For this, I would like to thank Ms. Wooden, Mr. Kond, Mr. Russian, Mr. Hales, and Ms. Annitz for the opportunities and the lessons they've taught me. As I pursue further education in my career path, thank you again for the honor of being given this humbling award. I hope everybody has a great night.
Thank you, Tyler. Congratulations. I'd call on Derek Walls to help with the Ross Winslade Award. The Ross Winslade Award is given annually to the secondary school accumulating the most points within the city for all boys and girls sports, sanctioned by the local athletic associations. The Winslade Award was established by the public secondary school principals and vice principals in memory of the late Mr. Ross Winslade, a former principal and an avid supporter of high school athletics in Sault Ste. Marie. The winning secondary school has had a banner year in achievements once again. This year, the award goes to St. Mary's College. We would like to call upon Michelle Guzzo and Dave Zagordo, female and male athletic directors at St. Mary's, as well as Ashlyn Noble from the girls' athletic program and Jaden Trudeau from the boys' athletic program to accept the award. Congratulations. Part of the Rotary Sports Awards every year is an induction into the Russ Ramsey High School Sports Hall of Fame. At this time, I would like to introduce Shauna Wooten, who will introduce this year's inductee. Shauna will be assisted by Melinda Mills.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of introducing this year's Russ Ramsey inductee, Lori Pernis. Lori is being recognized for her exceptional work in the high school sports of cross-country running and track and field. She began working with athletes when she moved to Sault Ste. Marie and started her teaching career at Sir James Dunn in 1999. She's coached every year since. Lori's been an assistant coach, a head coach, coach of the girls team, coach of the co-ed teams, the convener for both sports, for City, for NASA championships, a representative to OFSA for cross-country running, and an OFSA official for track and field, where she was a member of the jury of appeals and an umpire during OFSA championships. She is the guru that we all look to when questions arise for either sport, and that's not only in the Sioux. Lori's earned the respect and admiration of coaches all over the north at the NASA level and throughout Ontario at OFSA. Coaching teams is one thing, and being successful is another, and Lori has been incredibly successful. Since her first year, she has coached athletes to OFSA championships every single year, and again, that includes both sports. She lost count of the number of team and aggregate championships she's won at the City and NASA levels, but she will tell you herself, her athletes succeeding to further levels is of their own doing, and she's there to support them along the way. Lori began convening track and field in 2003 when no one wanted to take on that role anymore because it's such an enormous undertaking. She continued being the sole convener until 2019 when the responsibility became shared among all schools. To give you an idea, there are now 7 athletic directors that share the role and responsibilities of convening the City Track and Field Championship, and Lori did that all on her own, while also being the head coach of her track and field teams, all which is entirely voluntary. And although she gave up that role, she's still the one everyone calls with questions because we all know Lori will have the answer. In 2003, Lori saw a need to broaden her athlete base and began the Sioux Athletics Club, where students from the Sioux and the area trained with her guidance in different running competitions and tournaments. She kept the club going until 2018, and during that time, it was always heartwarming to see athletes wearing different school singlets cross the finish line at city championships or competitions and look to Miss Pernis for an encouraging word. Whether they were from her school didn't matter. She just wanted to help kids be better runners and fulfill their potential. Passionate is a word we can use to describe Lori. She's passionate about running, passionate about coaching, passionate about teaching kids. She's passionate in everything that she does. She truly cares for kids in all capacities. When she isn't running and coaching from the bush trails in Hiawatha during mini meets, or walking back and forth from the start to finish line at the track meet, making up silly road games while driving kids to OFSA, or completing circuits with them during training, you'll find her in her classroom teaching math. Lori truly believes that athletes are students first, and she not only dedicates her time after school to coaching, she dedicates every single lunch to allow kids to come to her for extra tutoring in math, whether they are in her class or not. Some may describe Lori as outspoken, a runner, a coach, and a teacher, but she's so much more than that. Lori is kind, caring, a mom, a wife, a colleague, a friend, a tough mudder, always up for fun, and loves to sing. In fact, you may have noticed she was a little late this evening. She wasn't just trying to make an entrance. She was performing at our school musical review tonight at White Pines, singing the lead in The Lion Sleeps Tonight. She's never afraid to put herself out there and have fun. She has competed in Superior Heights Mass Singers Competition, lip sync contest, dance with the dance team, designed fun relays for pep rallies, organizes Christmas caroling, plays on any staff intramural team, and runs fitness activities for all staff. My most fond memory of Lori was this past a year ago in June when we ran a Relay for Life at Superior Heights. Lori, being the head coach of our track and field team and helping to organize NASA, which was in the Sioux, felt she didn't do enough to help with our school Relay for Life. She decided to challenge the participants to run with her that evening. Lori offered to run 50 laps of the track, and she would donate $2 for every lap she ran where students joined her. Needless to say, she never ran alone and inspired so many students to run with her, cheer her on, and pick her up when she was struggling with her own injuries. She ran every step of those 50 laps, another example of her passion. Needless to say, her talents are endless. Please help me congratulate the very deserving Lori Pernis.
I'll just sing my speech. So Shauna said pretty much everything I was going to say, so I could probably just sit down, but I feel like that might not be prudent. So good evening, guests, colleagues, parents, and athletes. I'm truly honored to be receiving this award this evening. I'm a little shocked to imagine I deserve such an award. I feel a little like I'm being given candy just for doing my homework. When I chose teaching as my career, I always felt that coaching was part of my job. I'm not saying that all teachers should coach, I simply mean that if I personally was teaching, I would be coaching. Throughout my career, I have always felt you should love what you do, and if you don't, you should do something else. I guess that means I really love coaching because I have been doing it a very long time. Just realized I forgot my glasses, so who knows what's going to happen with the speech now. I started coaching in 1999 while at Sir James Dunn. In 2001, I went on maternity leave and came back continuing where I left off, with a twist. I was told that if they couldn't find someone to convene the city track meet, there would be no track and field. Someone knew how to play on my heartstrings because I took on the job. Along with Steve Korab, we muddled our way through having to do 2 NASAs in a row until he got smart and said he was out. It only took him 2 years to get smart. I took it on for another 15 years or so, so apparently I'm not that smart. Along with Terry Lynn, who was in charge of equipment, we finally got smart and said, let's convene by committee. That took a lot of work off my shoulders, and I could focus more on coaching and not answering 1,000 phone calls a day. The upside to convening was getting to meet so many teachers and volunteers, as well as being on the track to get to know the other athletes. Not being from the Sioux, I didn't have a long list of people I grew up with who were in the teaching profession, so it was great for me to get to know so many of you. I would be remiss if I did not mention also getting to know Mr. Track and Field himself, Rick Haino. Rick liked to tell the story about how when he first met me, he wasn't sure about this Pernis woman. but that once he got to know me, I became his favorite gal. If he said the same thing to you, don't tell me I like thinking I was his favorite. I have never met someone with more dedication to the kids and the sport. It wasn't uncommon for Rick to be checking out the track at 4 a.m. or having NASA points calculated before the meet even started. When he passed away, he left some big shoes to fill. I can't say for sure I'll be scoping out the track in the wee hours of the morning when I'm 78 years old, but you never know. I was extremely lucky growing up that I always had fantastic coaches who were passionate about their sports and truly gave their athletes their all. My high school coach, Sue, who is one of my best friends to this day, was one of my greatest inspirations. Sue was fun, creative, and a great athlete herself. She had endless enthusiasm, which was entirely contagious to her athletes. She would plan fun running practices to allow us to enjoy the process of working hard. We would have ridiculous contests to see who could do the most crunches or the most push-ups in a day, running off to hide so the other couldn't see how many we were doing. She would warm up with me when I was stressed at OFSA. She would run with me and push me to go faster and work harder, encouraging me every step of the way. One of the saddest days of my life was the day she moved away and no longer taught at my high school. I had to go through my last year without her. She would write me letters and send me silly notes of encouragement. I'm so old, there was no email or cell phones back then, so she actually had to put a stamp on it and send it in the mail. But she helped get me through. Actually, yesterday, she sent me flowers. She lives in Trenton, and she sent flowers to my house because she knew I was singing for the first time in public and also receiving this award, and so it just shows how thoughtful she is. I did have other great high school coaches in her absence, but they were no Sue. This brings me to my second inspiration, and this is one of this one is more the side of me that loves to inflict some seriously difficult workouts on my athletes. The kids call it pernus fun, or pernishment, or feeling the pern. And one of my colleagues calls it getting rhabdomyolysis and getting hospitalized for a week. Brett McFarlane, who was the Canadian hurdles coach and Olympic team coach for at least one Olympic Games, was the coach of my local track club, and there was no one out there who knew track and field better than he did. He put us through crazy hard workouts. He took us away for events like Hill Camp, which was a 2.5-day load of torturous workouts on the sandhills in Grand Bend. Also training camps in the southern US where we did 2 works a day and every part of our body hurt, but we loved it and we were stronger for having gone through it. He made us better, he calmly gave us direction, and we followed without question and maybe only a little complaint because we knew he would get us where we wanted to go. I drew a lot of my ideas from him, and I think of him whenever the kids are walking when they should be jogging. He had the most annoying jog yell, and I have it down pat. I consider myself lucky to have had them in my life, but I am extremely lucky to have had the opportunity to work with so many great athletes and colleagues in my career. I don't have stats about my city's or my team's city and NASA wins and losses. I never really cared that much about those things because they really aren't mine. I like winning, don't get me wrong, but more important than that is that the kids feel successful because they reach a personal best or goal. That's a win in my books. I always love it when someone says, "Good luck, coach," when we're on our way to a track or cross-country meet. My response is almost always, "Thanks, I'm going to do really well." Every race my athletes ran was an opportunity for them. They could test themselves to see what all their training had been for. For me, it was a chance to see them challenge themselves and reach goals they didn't even know they had. Of course I'm going to do well. For a coach, it doesn't get any better than that. I'm also the luckiest woman alive to have the husband and son that I do. I spent countless hours, not exactly countless, I'm a math teacher, so I did the math. It was over 6,000 hours of coaching, and that wasn't including the road trip time or the extra activities I planned. All of that outside of my home, and my husband Andrew always picked up the slack for me at home and took amazing care of the house and our son Nicholas. I can't believe I mentioned the house before our son, that's pretty bad. Okay, sorry Nicholas. They both know how important coaching is to me and can see it is part of who I am. Their love and understanding means the world to me because I wouldn't have been able to be a part of this world if they didn't support me like they do. I'm truly blessed and cannot thank them enough. In closing, I would like to say that I'm thankful for all I have learned from the kids I've coached, from the colleagues I've worked with. I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to hopefully create some lifelong runners, or at least give some athletes a few fun memories of the workouts, the hill camp, boot camp, marathon, the Webwood game, the road trips, and if I'm lucky, I will have made a positive difference in a few lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Congratulations. This time I'd like to call on Rotarian Donna Caricato to please come up and assist with the presentation of the H.P. Broughton Memorial Trophy. This award was donated by A.Y. Broughton of Broughton's Pharmacy, who was a past district governor in honor of his father, also Rotarian H.P. Broughton. This trophy is awarded annually to the Sault Ste. Marie Sports Person of the Year and selected by the Sault Ste. Marie sports writers and broadcasters. We draw attention to the past winners that are in your program, and we have some in attendance tonight. At this time, I'd like to introduce the nominees and announce this year's Sports Person of the Year. And again, we'd ask the nominees or their representatives, not all the nominees are here tonight, to please come up. We'll introduce them all and then announce the winner. And these will be announced in alphabetical order. So our first nominee is NHL hockey player Michael Amadio. This is not Michael Amadio. This is Paul Amadio, who taught Michael everything I know, from what I understand. Mike's a little busy right now. He's probably in Las Vegas sleeping. Las Vegas, Sault Ste. Marie. Anyway. Mike Amadio had a great career in hockey. He made a name for himself as a prolific scorer at the Bantam and midget levels before he was selected by the Brampton Battalion in 2012, where he played 4 seasons. That franchise moved to North Bay, of course, and set a franchise record in 2015-16, scoring 50 goals. As a result of his outstanding junior career, Michael was selected by the LA Kings in the 3rd round of the 2014 NHL Draft, made his debut in 2017 and registered his first goal during his 4th game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Before Michael was picked up by the Las Vegas Golden Knights, he briefly played with the Ottawa Senators and Toronto Maple Leafs. On January 30th, 2022, the Las Vegas Golden Knights signed Michael to a 2-year contract. Michael's tenacity in his first season with the Golden Knights earned him 18 points, 11 goals, 7 assists in 58 games. In his 2nd season with the Knights, Michael continued to build on his NHL resume, increasing his points to 27, 16 goals and 11 assists in 67 games. Michael is recognized for his discipline, adaptability, and determination as a pro hockey player. As you all know, the Golden Knights made an impressive playoff run, clinching their first Stanley Cup championship in franchise history, beating the Florida Panthers in Game 5. Michael played a pivotal role in the Golden Knights' playoff success with 10 points, 5 goals, 5 assists. He scored at least 1 goal in each playoff round for the Golden Knights. Michael's highlight goal was in the first round against Winnipeg in a grueling double overtime match. He buried a deflected pass to secure the victory. Michael has played in 296 career NHL games, scoring 43 goals and 42 assists. Congratulations, Michael Amadio, for being nominated for the Sports Person of the Year. Did I get that right? Did I miss anything? Or? Okay. Our next nominee is Jack Mateer. This, of course, is not Jack Mateer by any stretch of the imagination. This is Jack's dad, Mark. Jack Mateer is a 20-year-old, 6'4", 200-pound right-handed defenseman who immediately made the Ottawa 67s one of the best teams in the Ontario Hockey League. Jack has been described as one of the best defensemen in the OHL. He is a defensive defenseman who also scores. His skating, shooting, passing, and puck handling abilities are the highlight order, and he has been rated as an elite hockey prospect. This year, he was one of the major reasons the Ottawa 67s led the league. Although their playoff success was not what was expected, Jack was one of the reasons Canada was able to win gold at the 2023 World Junior Championships as a member of Team Canada. Jack played 58 games this season with the Ottawa 67s, garnering a total of 49 points, with 13 goals and 36 assists. He also isn't afraid of physical play, which resulted in 57 penalty minutes of penalty box time. The Ottawa 67s were beat out by the Peterborough Petes, who went on to win the OHL Championship Series, but Jack played hard during the playoffs, scoring 3 goals and 3 assists for a total of 6 points and 8 penalty minutes. Hockey prospects have described Jack's skills as being extremely mobile and occasionally explosive and cunning. His mindset is all about making controlled transition plays. His ability to control results is being drafted in the 4th round by the Nashville Predators. Congratulations, World Junior U20 gold medalist Jack Mateer, for being a nominee for the Sportsperson of the Year. Our third nominee for the Sportsperson of the Year is Nevaeh Pine. Nevaeh Pine is a 16-year-old wrestler and grade 11 student at White Pines Collegiate and a recent OFSA gold medal winner. Nevaeh went undefeated, not surrendering a single point during the 2-day OFSA event, wrestling her way to a 2023 OFSA gold medal in the wrestling 95-kilogram class. Pretty amazing considering that this was her first full year of wrestling. During the gold medal match, Nevaeh would hold a 6-0 advantage heading into the second round, but would cap off her OFSA experience with one more pin with seconds on the clock. Her opponent, I understand, had been undefeated until she met Nevaeh. Following in the footsteps of her older brother, Nevaeh took an interest in wrestling and has worked consistently on her craft as a team member of the White Pines Wrestling Club and Algoma Wrestling Club. Nevaeh has credited her coaches, including her training with Brett Freya at Steel City MMA and White Pines head coach William Bazua, for preparing her to become a high school wrestler. Described by her coach as a very determined young athlete who is only just learning her true potential in the sport, she is constantly working on her technique. Other sports writers describe Nevaeh as good as gold. Most importantly, Nevaeh is respected by her teammates and her fellow competitors. She has a successful future in wrestling, and by the way, Nevaeh, I understand, is also the Northern Indigenous Youth Council Chair for the Algoma District School Board and just took first place in a Canada-wide public speaking competition for students hosted by Friends of Simon Wiesenthal Center for Holocaust Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and congratulate Nevaeh Pine for being a member of the H.P. Broughton nominee list. Thank you all. And it's my pleasure to announce that this year's winner of the H.P. Broughton Award as Sault Ste. Marie Sportsperson of the Year is Jack Mateer of the Ottawa 67s and Team Canada. Mark?
Gino's right. I'm not Jack. It obviously skips a generation. Obviously, I want to thank Rotary for this opportunity on behalf of Jack. Jack, unfortunately, couldn't be here tonight. He's on a beach in Punta Cana with his girlfriend, so he's having a time of his life. So on behalf of Jack, thank you, Rotary. Thank you, all athletes that are in attendance. Congratulations to everyone. Obviously, like to thank the Mill for their hospitality. The journey of Jack actually started 33 years ago. I was 16 years old. My dad drove me up to Sault Ste. Marie. I had a hockey bag, a hockey stick, and a suitcase. And I met Gino Cavallo. So we go way back. Sault Ste. Marie obviously is my home now. I'm proud to be from Sault Ste. Marie, and I know if Jack was standing here right now, he would say the same thing. One thing about Jack, he's hardworking, he's a great teammate, and he loves Sault Ste. Marie. He had the opportunity to obviously move away at a very young age and decided not to. Because he is proud of Sault Ste. Marie and he wanted to develop his skills here in Sault Ste. Marie, and it seems to be working out fine for him, and hopefully this path continues on the upward. and hopefully one day he gets to play against Mike. I know they train together in the summer times, but it's just great to see the friendships that are built in hockey and continue on in life. It's a great sport. I love it. I'll always be a part of hockey, and I think when I look around the room here, the athletes that are represented here and their individual sports or team sports, that's one thing you'll learn in life. You'll have these friendships in that sport for the rest of your life. So congratulations to everyone, and on behalf of Jack, thank you very much. Enjoy the night.
Thank you, Mark. Jack's speech probably would have been better, but good try anyway. On behalf of Rotary, thank you for your patience and attendance during and attention during the presentations. I'd like to call on Committee Chair Donna Caricato to please close the evening. Thanks again.
Wow. That was great, great, great talent, great abilities, great skills, great people, great food. I think we all had a great night together. And so I'd like to just, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Sault Ste. Marie, thank everyone for their participation tonight in our 66th Rotary Awards, Sports Awards. And starting off, I'd like to thank the machine shop and the staff. Maybe we could give them a round of applause again. I'd like to thank Beth Jacobs Synagogue for their financial contribution, Cliff Printing for printing all of the programs and the certificates tonight, Savoy's Jewelers, the Rotary office staff, all of the Rotarians, Gino Cavallo, and the committee members who worked hard to put this evening together for us, and I'd like to mention them: Derek Walls, Murdoch Carter, Melinda Mills, Mike Stone, Robert Caricato, Rod Stone, Steve Caruso, and a little bit of help from Paul Walls. Thank you to the media, the Sault Star, Shaw Cable, the judges for the Sportsperson of the Year, high school athletic directors, the directors of school boards, Gigi Spirinello and Deneen Williams, our musicians, families, friends of the honored athletes, all those in attendance, and those who have contributed to this wonderful celebration of sport excellence in any way. And as we close every Rotary meeting, that's it. Have a good night.